So I'm coming at you right now. It's whose corner are you getting in?
Ooh,
we haven't done
this
one
in
of
a
those.
while.
We haven't done one of these in a while.
Right on.
Here we go. I'm going to play you a snippet. This is one of the bands. Now I'm going to give you two bands. So I'm going to play you a snippet of one band.
A snippy.
And then
Okay, before you get started, do you kind of have an idea of where you think we're going to land?
I know where I'm going to land.
You don't know where we're going to land?
I honestly don't know where either of you are going to land on this. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
That's what I like about it.
So
let me about these. Let's do it.
All right, here's the first one. Oh, maybe
you should share your sound.
Share my sound.
Well, I'm sorry I had to steal it to show the pre-production.
Ooh, hot! Came in hot there, brother.
I've been looking for a girl like you. You look at me, you got nothing left to say.
They suck.
He said they suck. So,
dude, that first album, I don't care who that
the
first
only
album was great. No, the second album was good, but the first album was just a killer album. Every song's great. Hold My Hand, baby. Come on. Let Her Cry. Only Want to Be With You. Come on, man. Those three songs are amazing.
That's it. Those are the only hits they ever had.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, so
just because you like it doesn't make it a hit.
That, for everybody listening and watching, the first group is Hootie and the Blowfish. Now, so are you getting in their corner? Fisher obviously is not. I could probably play.
I don't know. It depends on what you play next.
I could probably play Barbie Girl next, and he's going to go with Barbie Girl. But
probably.
Wait, can you name can you name the band, Gurfers?
No, I can't. I cannot.
It's Aqua.
So, that's what I just said. I said Aqua. I did. You know, again, I've said this in the show before. I said it really fast, and it came out as sounding I don't know, but I really did say Aqua. So, okay.
Oh my gosh.
So we have on this side, you'll see a graphic over here that'll say Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
And then here in a second,
you know, every time you say there's going to be a graphic over here or over here, he never does.
He never puts it on there. Son of a bitch.
Fine, I'll put a graphic there.
There's going to be an album cover, a graphic, something right here.
I'm going to put a big, large Johnson in his hand. That's what I'm going to do.
On this side over here.
Taking pictures of me again.
On this side, right over this way, is going to be this band.
Oh, great. Oh my gosh.
I had a feeling that's who it was going to be. Most definitely that band. Are you serious? You really thought I would pick you? Not the song I would have picked by Dave Matthews, but
it's all right.
Dragons were smoked, bumblebees were stinging. That's how I sold to be crazy.
So, right about now,
that is
the bass
unfair.
was hot on that. That is very unfair.
Right over here, Dave Matthews Band. Over here, Hootie and the Blowfish. I know where I stand. Again, I don't know. Like,
I think it's going to be a clean sweep.
I think it will be too. I'm making it official. I'm getting in Dave Matthews' corner, even though I do like Hootie. I do. But in these two bands, you can't. For me, you can't go wrong with Dave. You just can't.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go next, Fisher.
No, I mean, come on.
I mean, you already said Dave Matthews, so I figured you'd want to embellish on that. Why would you say Dave Matthews over Hootie?
Because they're a much better band. Like, I don't even think it's a debate. I don't.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just laughing. I would put it a little bit more poetically myself, but that's.
Well, then why don't you wax poetic?
Okay, so this is the thing. You look at the history of the band. You know, Hootie and the Blowfish really put out 2 quality albums. The first one, which was just a smash hit. However, Dave Matthews, Under the Table and Dreaming, you have Crash. I mean, you have there's the EP that's before that wasn't as big. And then you have These Crowded Streets. I mean, the 3 albums alone in that span, no one was bigger than Dave Matthews. I mean, well, there's other bands arguably as big, but we always talk about a 3-album stretch, or whatever. Those 3 albums, man, they all have hits. They're all amazing. They're all great. The drumming alone kicks everything that Hootie put out. I mean, I can just listen to Carter's drums and be satisfied. So for me, as much, and I absolutely love that first Hootie album. I gotta go Dave Matthews, man.
Yeah.
That's just unfair. I mean, the number of hits alone. I mean, I wore out Crash. I liked Under the Table and Dreaming, but for me, Crash and These Crowded Streets, I can't tell you how often I listen to those. And, Spoon is one of my favorite tracks, like just period, maybe top. I have a lot of favorite tracks. So we'll say top 20 of all the songs I listen to. Spoon is one of those tracks that I could just listen to over and over again. It's just, Alanis Morissette singing that last verse before it goes into that instrumental section. Bella Fleck on the banjo. It's just great stuff. So there you go. There's my answer. That's a little unfair, though.
I don't know if Ryan meant to do this. I think you can kind of hear in their sounds, both of them. They're from the same area of the country.
Yeah.
Right. Hootie's from South Carolina. Dave Matthews is from Virginia.
Yeah. It has that sheen to it.
Yeah, it has that East Coast kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Not quite the upper East Coast, right? Not New York or Boston or but the mid East Coast.
Yeah. Except for those drums, man. Those drums, I'm sorry.
I think what sets them apart in my mind, the Dave Matthews Band, what sets them apart from Hootie is the rhythm section of the band.
Yeah.
You've got Carter, and I can't remember the bass player's name to save my life.
Yeah. I know what he looks like.
Yeah, he holds the bass way up here.
Yep.
But the way they interact on stage or in the studio and just what they play is Stephen Lessard, that's his name, the bass player.
Okay.
They're just, what they play is more intricate, it's more technical as opposed to what the guys in Hootie do. They're very, very straightforward, right? It's a little more digestible than a Dave Matthews track, maybe, right? I would dare to say that Dave Matthews borders on progressive.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas Hootie is
straight
like
pop.
I said, it's just straightforward pop.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna be in and out in 3.5-4 minutes with our songs and on to the next one, right?
Yeah. And their vocal styles, even though the tone is different, their range and how they sing is very similar as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it is definitely a no-brainer for me. I liken, I don't know why that this comparison just popped in my brain, but what Hootie put out is very similar, at least in my mind, to those first couple of John Mayer albums. John Mayer was pretty pop, right? And it wasn't until he put out like his third or fourth album, and then he did the John Mayer Trio, right? When you really got to see what John could do on guitar, which That man is an amazing guitar player.
Yep.
But
I was not sold until I saw him live, so I get it.
those first couple of albums that he puts out are bubblegum pop, basically. And that's what I equate Hootie, pardon me, Hootie as is bubblegum pop. And I'll listen to a Hootie song if it comes on the radio, or if we're sitting on the back porch, right, doing what we always do, and it comes on, I'll listen to it more for the nostalgia factor than anything else, because there was that 2 album stretch was 3 or 4 years you couldn't get away from Hootie and the Blowfish. They were all over the place.
Yeah.
Right. And right there with them was Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think if I remember correctly, Under the Table and Dreaming and the Hootie and the Blowfish cracked rear review
that
mirror,
sounds
I think
right.
is what it's called.
Mirror.
I think both of those albums came out the same year, like 94, 95. So around that time. So you're 100% right. I mean, they were basically at the forefront, and you could not, turn over a rock without hearing a Hootie song.
Look at you. Under the Table and Dreaming did come out in 94. Good job.
Yeah. Well, I have moments. Thank you. I'll be here.
I'm here all week. Try the fish.
Yeah. I may not be successful in my dating life, but man, I can tell you what year an album came out.
Well, maybe this one will stick.